Yo, welcome back to RADIASI channel. As I promised before, that today we're going to have the RADIASI physics facts. In this channel, we're going to talk about any facts about physics. Today, what we're going to discuss is water's anomaly characteristics. And of the water's anomaly characteristic that you might haven't known yet is regulations. Now, you might be asking yourself, what will we do after this? You know that in every single things in physics, we need to do the experiments to prove and to get to know to anything. And for that, of course, we will do some experiments in this video. But then, before we're discussing further, my friends, you might be asking one particular question, which is, what is regulation itself? Well, that's our question about the water's anomaly. So regulations is the process by which a substance melts under pressure and refreezes after the pressure is released. So as we can see in this example, that there's a block of ice and we put two different masses across the ice, and also we put a string between the mass, and it passes through or cut through the ice without even breaking the ice. How come? Well, as you can see through the definitions, that when we give pressure through the string, the ice started to decrease its freeze point. Okay? And when it decreases, of course, it will melt at that point. And if it melts, then the string can break through the ice. But then, after the pressure disappears, then it come back, then its what's it called, freeze point came back, and then it can become ice again. As we can see that ice is freeze with a certain point of temperature. So that is how regulations work. Now, the applications of regulations, we can see it through the snowboarding, snow skiing, snowman, and many other things which needs regulations in that process. Cool? Yeah, of course that's cool. Now, before discussing the applications, let us do some experiment ourselves to prove whether this theory is true or not. Well, this is the preparations of the experiment, guys. So we need some ice, block of ice. You can use a smaller one or a big one, it's up to you. And we will use any mass. You want to use anything, maybe a stone or other thing that you think is possible, you can use that. In my video, I'm using 2 bottles and also rocks in the bottle. So I try to make it as massive as possible, because in order to get a good pressure. And now we can also see that I'm using my handphone myself and also a tripod. And if you know that I'm not using a usual camera, I'm using a camera with a time-lapse applications in order to see the process fast. So that's why I'm using this. And also this is how I make the scenario of the video itself or the experiments. You can see it. It's simple, guys. You can do it yourself at home. So after preparing this, we're going to look for the experiments directly. Let's watch the video. Here's the experiments, guys. As you can see that I'm using the video time-lapse in order to make it faster, so I can see the move of the string. You can see that it's moving down slowly, and we can see that the string breaks through the ice without even breaking this ice at all. As you can see here, it keeps moving down and down and down because of the increase of the pressure in the ice that makes the ice melt and the string can pass through that. But after that, when the pressure is gone, it comes back to nice. And it proves that the regulations does exist. So what do you think about that, guys? Cool enough? Give me your comments in the comments below, and also don't forget to give like and subscribe. And if you have any requests, you can us me through the comments. And also, here is the announcement of the winner who has won the quiz of the last video that I made. Congratulations guys, and don't forget to keep learning about physics and also stay tuned on RADIASI videos. Thanks.